5 simple circuits to my first redstone tutorial video. Today we're going to be covering my top 5 most useful redstone contraptions. So yes, we got five simple circuits lined up here, and after explaining each one, I'm going to show you exactly how to build them with all the materials, so you can do it yourself in your own world. So our first circuit will be the Etho, or the hopper clock. It was discovered by Etho's Labs, which is one of the most prominent redstoners and builders in the community right now, and has been for a really long time. So you should go check out his channel. I'll link the video where he discovered this in the description. So how this works is, okay, let's get a random building block. How about podzol? Nobody builds with podzol, but so how this works is you enter a certain amount of items. It can be however much you'd like. Let's do 8 right now, or 4. So every time those 4 items filter between each of the hoppers, this will move, which will create a redstone output. So you can have it like this. So every 2 seconds or so, this will turn on. So it's really useful since you can customize it to be pretty much anything you'd like. See, if I did that, the delay's a lot longer, but it still works exactly the same. It's really cool. So let's take these out. Yep. So it can be really quick if you do one, but without further ado, let's build all this. So you're gonna wanna place a sticky piston right here, another sticky piston right here, a block of redstone. You're gonna have a hopper right here, another hopper go into it, break this one. That's important, so they can go back between each other, and then while shift clicking, press the other hopper. So now if we put some like items in, it should go back and forth. Oh wait, no, it won't right now, but like, now it'll go back and forth, right? So let's take that, take these items out. Next we're gonna have one piece of redstone in each, right next to the pistons. One piece of, this can be pretty much any block except for blocks that don't utilize redstone, like leaves and glass and some other things. And obviously like a redstone block or something. And we're gonna have a comparator right here. Going out, or taking the output from the hoppers. So let me explain how this works. So every time there's any item in here, it activates a comparator which powers this block, which powers a piston, which means the redstone block is right here. And that means that because the hopper is locked, the item can go to here, which means that the same thing will happen, and it'll go ping-ponging back and forth. So there we go, we got that done. We can just turn on right now with 2 redstone dust. There you go. Okay. So our next redstone circuit is one of the most useful things in a lot of redstone contraptions that are a little bit more advanced, but it's pretty simple. So this is the dropper clock. So what it does is, right now nothing's happening, but if we add, let me just clear out my inventory real quick. If we have, say, some rails right here, it'll shoot them out. So yeah. So how this works, let me take these out, is that every time anything goes inside this hopper, or inside this dropper, the comparator sees that, gives this an output, which puts it back here. So what this does is basically makes a clock, so that, and then every time the clock goes again, it'll power this block, which will power the dropper. So let's show you guys how to build this. So you're gonna need all these materials. It's pretty simple. So these, so how you're gonna want to do it is, one is put a dropper right here, or wherever you'd like it to face, so you can have it like here or whatever. Oops. Right there. So place 3 blocks, or 6 blocks right here around in a circle like that. Or actually, don't have this one. So blue wool, any type of wool right there. A repeater going into the wool. A comparator coming out of the dropper, and a repeater going right here. So let's see if this works. We got rails again. There we go. Works perfectly. So to adjust the timings, you can, add the repeater can have a longer delay, so it's a little bit slower now. and it's the slowest mode. So yes, that's how the dropper circuit works. So yeah. Okay, next thing we have is one of the most simple redstone circuits ever, but it's very, very useful. So what this is the toggleable observer clock. So all you're gonna need is 2 observers and a sticky piston and a lever. Let's get this real quick. Oops. There you go. So an observer clock, if you don't know, is 2 observers pointing into each other, and they'll make a constant output. So if we have, say, a dispenser and some fire charges, or yeah, fire. Yeah. So we have an observer right here, and so this will output a signal. So dispenser right here, and put some fire charges. Yep. It's a pretty fast redstone clock, and it can be used for a lot of things. So the best thing about this is that observers can actually be moved. So what you can do right here is have this, but you can turn it off and turn it back on, which makes it, and also water will do absolutely nothing to this since there's no comparators, repeaters, or redstone dust. It's just completely, it's very, very simple, but it's really, really useful. Our next system is a double piston extender. So what this does is, it might not seem that great right now. Obviously, it's like, 2 pistons extending each other, but it's really, really useful for piston doors. So depending on what size of piston door you want, there's like 16 by 16. There's huge ones, and they all of them use the double piston extender. So, or like triple or whatever. So how this works is, the redstone signal after delay goes into this piston, which means that it pulses this one. So if you see this, it'll push this piston, and then because of this redstone line right here and the repeater, it'll push this piston. So say we have that right there. Or, can that not be moved? Okay. Let's use stone. So stone's right here. See, it pushes out there, and then it'll come right back. It's very, very useful for piston doors. Okay, let me just turn off the weather. So yeah, so what you're gonna need for this is some sticky pistons, a lever, 3 redstone, and 2 repeaters. So a sticky piston right here, another one right next to it, 3 redstone dust, a lever. This can be basically wherever you'd like, but I'm just putting it here for ease. A redstone repeater right here, another one right here, and then you're done. Or yeah, and you have to put this at 3 ticks, so 1 away from the max amount. There you go, and we have it working. Okay, the last redstone circuit for this video is, I think it's one of the other more useful ones, but these are much more common. So this is a minecart loader. So what it does is, there's a hopper minecart right here. So say we put any amount of blocks, we'll say some jungle leaves. We put 32 jungle leaves. This goes inside. So when we push this lever, this will stay here, filtering all the items into here. So just to speed this up, let's just put that inside there. But then it'll go back. So it'll just keep going back and forth. But whenever there's items inside here, it'll stop here until it's unloaded all the items that are inside there. So it's extremely, extremely useful for, say, like a super smelter or something, or anything that uses minecart hoppers, basically. So we're gonna need a couple things to build this. Let's get some rails and stuff out here. Oops. That. Yeah. So the basic system is, a piece of wool right here, and 2 pieces of wool right here, like a Y shape. A redstone torch on this side, a comparator coming from right here, and a repeater with 1 tick, which means we don't have to move it at all, pointing towards this block. Then we're gonna have, oops, I forgot to get a hopper. A hopper going into, how about, let's say, a chest. It can go into like another hopper or anything, but we're just gonna use a chest right now. since then we can see how much is going through. Powered rail right here. A normal rail, so the redstone from here doesn't carry on. And 2 powered rails, 1 normal rail, another powered rail. A lever right here. The minecart hopper. Some wool, and 2 chests. So we put the items inside here. They go inside here. Oh, one more thing. We're gonna need a redstone block right here. There you go. So that's all done. Oops. There you go. So all the items are inside there, and now they'll come in here and get inside here. So it's very, very small, you know, 1 block wide, and it'll fit into very small spaces. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching this redstone video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you learned something, be sure to leave a like and comment if you like this style of video. Thank you for watching, and bye.